Since returning, I've been showing the situation in Karabari Island, who is still fighting against Admiral Fujitora. From the start of the fight, Mihawk has already fought many enemies there. The first opponent he faced there was Admiral Ryakugu. Even the Admiral, she is seriously injured using medicinal plants from the power of the devil fruit he possesses. There are also moments where Mihawk is fighting several people, naval seraphim that were brought there while Ryakugu is recovering, which of course, Mihawk is capable of dealing with those seraphim until they experience some damage. When Fujitora just arrived there, there's also a moment where Mihawk fights two admirals at the same time. That is Admiral Fujitora and also Admiral Ryakugu. Mihawk, able to face those two admirals very well, until they all become separated. And now, Mihawk only has to fight Fujitora. For those who are spying on the fight from inside the headquarters, very impressed to Mihawk. Even though Mihawk has already fought many powerful enemies there, but until now, Mihawk doesn't look tired at all. I suspect that Mihawk is still not taking this too seriously. He seems to be saving his energy for later. The reason why you can tell that Mihawk is not yet serious, because in the past, have you ever seen the fight between Mihawk and Shanks? So it turns out to be one of the living witnesses. Whoever has seen the fight between the two that rival in the past, according to Mihawk, who used to fight against Shanks, looks more serious compared to when we were in Karabari Island. Here, Mihawk seems to still be saving the energy he has. Actually, it's frustrated about Mihawk. Don't just use your full power right away, so that those admirals can be defeated immediately. But I feel like I don't have the right to force, because I also didn't join the fight. According to, it seems like Mihawk has other plans in Karabari Island. That's why he is still saving his energy. The suspicion is indeed true, because as Mimin has already explained in the previous video, a rock star who is part of the Shanks crew managed to ask for help from Mihawk to fight against the pirate Kurohige in Hachinosu Island. Because they have arrived, the more Kurohige alliances there are who appeared at that place. According to Rockstar, a combination of Shanks and Mihawk's attacks can directly defeat Kurohige until their chance to win will become increasingly higher. Mihawk is a secret ally of Shanks, so they have already agreed to help each other if needed. But Mihawk still can't go to Hachinosu Island because the situation in Karabari Island is still ongoing, very chaotic. On the other hand, Mihawk also has to save most of his energy for the upcoming fight in Hachinosu Island, because it's just useless. Mihawk came there if in a state of exhaustion. So in this fight on Karabari Island, Mihawk should use his power as minimal as possible so as not to get tired when we get to Hachinosu Island later. Because after all, to battle against Kurohige pirates later, it will be more difficult instead of fighting the navy in Karabari Island. This happened, Mihawk must stay consistent to save the energy he has. That's why, until now, Admiral Fujitora and Admiral Ryakugu still not losing, because Mihawk wasn't too serious in that fight. If Mihawk, using its full power, those two admirals must have been defeated from the start. But if that happens, he won't be able to help Shanks in Hachinosu Island, because a lot of energy has been drained. So, Mihawk's position is indeed very difficult. In another area of Karabari Island, Ryakugu, who is separated from Mihawk and Fujitora, now facing a crocodile. Yurik and the kids Vinsmoke Ryakugu, currently in a state of exhaustion, finished the fight against Mihawk earlier. So far, when he faced the crocodile, Yurik and the Vinsmoke kids, she feels quite more overwhelmed. The crocodile is its natural enemy, which is where he can make barren the area around Ryakugu place, producing a lot of plants. Ryakugu's condition is also getting more difficult. The children, Vinsmoke decided to use one of the latest robots created by Germany in that place. These robots are almost as strong as pacifists. Vegetarian creation. Ryakugu have already managed to defeat two of those robots, but there's still quite a lot left. With the remaining energy that Ryakugu has, she is having quite a hard time. I once wanted to use the technique of medicinal plants for healing, as he has done before. But I'm always thwarted by the crocodile, because the crocodile directly makes that medicinal plant become a dry plant. Move to another place. The story shows the situation again in the central area of Hachinosu Island City, which is becoming more interesting. Previously, there was a battle between 3 factions there, involving Shanks and Ben, Deckman from the Pirates of Akagami, then Shiryu and Vanogger from the Kurohige Pirates, and Admiral Kizaru, Vice Admiral Momo Usagi, and Vice Admiral Tokikake from the Navy. But due to the situation, it's not profitable to keep fighting there. The Navy also decided to retreat. They choose to take a new step and focus on fighting against the Kurohige alliances, who are increasingly coming. So, its position is in the central area. Only the pirate party Akagami is left, just fighting against Kurohige's pirates. Of course, Shiryu and Vanogger are having a lot of trouble facing Shanks and Ben Batman. So that's it. Kurohige has to come whether he likes it or not to help them in that fight. While Shanks is fighting against Kurohige, then Batman has to face Kuzan, Shiryu and Vanogger at the same time. The pirate deputy Captain Akagami. It will take more and more. The technique of layered hockey power, high level. Even so, because the position is 3 against 1. So Ben Batman also feels quite overwhelmed, because his energy is already quite drained as a result of previous fights. He also has to think about a new strategy, so that we can handle the situation very quickly. He knows the order of those 3 people, starting from Kuzan as the strongest, then Shiryu, Vanogger. Just do it. Batman plans to defeat, or at least make, Kuzan was knocked out first, because that's the way it is. The combat strength on Kurohige's side will drastically decrease, but to do that in a duel like this one now, of course, it's not an easy thing. Batman needs to look for a good opportunity. Then, Shanks duels Kurohige will also be displayed. After walking in the increasingly hot weather, there was a moment when Shanks used a powerful technique. Name is Aramitama. That technique is actually Roger's move, as has been shown before in the flashback story, when Roger attacked each other with a sword. But besides the events shown in the flashback, return that Roger also often uses the Aramitama technique in various other battles from time to time. So there are moments where Sean has already been trained by Roger. I've seen the captain several times using that powerful cutting technique. So that's it. Sean also imitated, learning, and master that technique, just like what he did to Technic Commissary. Sean is indeed a genius child, so that he can use Roger's techniques just by looking at it. When Kurohige was attacked by Aramitama from Shanks, he managed to deflect it, but the attack penetrated Kurohige's defense. So it has quite an impact on her body. But remembering the physical endurance of the Yonko, that's really amazing. So he still hasn't lost yet. Kurohige actually became very angry because of Shanks' attack, become stronger as time goes by. Kurohige then replied to Shanks with an earthquake attack from the power of Gura Gura no Mi. The attack have a strong impact on the surrounding environment. So I'm looking Shiryu and the Algerian fans who are in that area. Also, I was disturbed by the attack from Kurohige. It's in another area. There is a fierce battle between Lakiru, fighting one of the strongest pirates' subordinates, Kurohige, as we discussed in the previous video. People who are fighting. Lakiru is the leader of the secret unit, the user of the devil fruit belonging to the pirate Kurohige. That unit contains dozens of people, given the power of the devil fruit, and trained to master it. As for this person, the leader of that unit. So, of course, that's the strength he has. Not kidding. He is a user of devil fruits who has reached the stage of awakening, and he is also an expert in using the judge's abilities. Here, he will explore various techniques from his devil fruit powers, which is also combined with hockey effectively. On the other hand, the man will fight very well, use a lot of powerful techniques, even though his stamina is not as good as it used to be. Lakiru has already fought against various enemies from the beginning. A lot of energy has been drained. Meanwhile, the leader of this devil fruit user unit, not long ago, we came together with the second wave of Kurohige, so the energy is still quite abundant. Meanwhile, in other areas too, there are also various exciting and interesting battles taking place. The Akagami crew has scattered, so they can face it. New alliances that keep coming there. Just like Lakiro, the energy of these people has already been drained a lot, but everyone still fights with spirit, because that's all we can do. In the situation like now, moving to another place, let's see if we can get the spotlight again. Battle. The place is getting more and more exciting. Currently, Nusjuro and Garling still struggling in the fight against the dragon. Because of that revolutionary army leader, using one of the variations of power, awakening his devil fruit, the dragon creates a circle of wind in the area around where he and the Togorose are located. Then, a storm emerged in that circle. Very big. Even a dragon can manipulate the storms there to be used to attack Nusjuro and Garling from various directions. In a row, the storm also caused the movement of the Togorose. The aforementioned becomes very limited. Their speed of movement can't be used properly. So it's only natural that the two of them, being very desperate, but suddenly, from the ground, a sandworm appeared and attacked the dragon. There's even more than one, except quite a lot. And they launched a series of attacks. Of course, that's the doing of Jupiter, where he created a lot sandworm from his palm. Then, it was put into the ground exit in the area where the dragon is located. That thing, very disturbing to dragon's focus. Therefore, his awakening technique immediately stopped. So that's it. Now, Nusjuro and Garling can move freely again. Then, there will be an epic moment. Where is Jupiter from a distance? Together with Nusjuro and Garling from a close distance, launch a simultaneous attack on the dragon. To handle that attack, the dragon also emits a strong whine and hockey, bigger than her body. Therefore, the Gorose were immediately knocked out. From there, what is this dragon doing? It's really extraordinary, because it's not reckless to create the Gorose mental like that, but using the technique is quite exhausting. Therefore, dragon needs to be more cautious. Because of the battle in Marijoa, it will still be very long and complex. Therefore, dragon must continue to save enough energy. Switch to another place. Red bottom part line on the side of the new world will be shown there. No. The Navy side, currently busy, facing a mysterious figure who has arrived suddenly to help the supply of the revolution. That person is fighting against Vice Admiral Momonga and Onigumo. Where is he? Outperform that second Vice Admiral. In that fight, the hood of his robe will open. So it's revealed who that person really is. He is the leader of the rebel group, the second strongest in the world. Why is he only the second strongest? Because the strongest group is number one. Of course, it's a revolutionary force led by a dragon. Even the revolutionary forces there were surprised, looking at this person's hands, because he is actually not an ally or a part of the alliance. The group he leads never once worked with dragon. Different from many rebel groups, others who choose to establish a relationship with the revolutionary team. The reason why he and dragon are not allies, maybe because there are many differences in their perspective and methods. But when he found out the revolutionary forces are attacking Marijoa, he also voluntarily decided to help. So he came below the red line and immediately attacked the naval forces that are there. Not long after, other ships are also coming who attack the Marines. In that place, the ships are filled with the team from the group led by this person. Because as a strong group, of course, they have combat power, more than just one ship. Momonga and Onigumo also know the situation. It will get worse and worse for the Navy. But there's nothing they can do. Besides, keep fighting. These two people also stepped forward to attack the leader of that group. Unfortunately, the power he has is too great, so he is also able to dominate. In the battle against those two vice admirals, the strength of this person, stronger than the commanders of the revolutionary forces, like Karasu. But of course, he's not as awesome as a dragon either. So maybe we can say he is on the same level as Sabo, which is already quite amazing. And it will be very useful when she goes to Marijoa later. Moving to another place, the new marine fort will get attention. There, Akainu asked his subordinates, "How is the progress of the attack? What is happening in several places?" Naval Branch Headquarters. As previously discussed, there are several bases that have been attacked by pirates, because the headquarters is currently quiet, remembering the Marines, very busy out there. Some time ago, many pirates are looking for an opportunity by attacking New Marine Fort as the central headquarters, but Akainu advanced to the front line to fight them all. Even Khan also came there to help. So many pirates have fallen and immediately back off. But apparently, not just the headquarters, only the big ones are the targets of those pirates. that there are also many branch offices in various locations. A battle even took place in that headquarters, because even though there's only a little bit of troops left there, they still have to fight against the enemies. Based on the report that will be, even though I received that attack, I have still developed. It keeps expanding. So, there are more and more branch offices. A navy that is experiencing similar things. There are not just 2 branch offices, but it has already expanded to 3 branch offices.